There's lots of terms for people like us. I mean, maybe the one that makes the most sense would be a not broken fixture. What I'm talking about is when you have to fix something that's not actually broken. When you have to upgrade something that's actually working very well. Just because the latest and newest, why? Right? What are you going to achieve? There's nothing I could actually say that the new upgrade of Windows 11 would do for my laptop or that Android 14 would do for my phone. I have no idea. I'm not looking for anything. I don't need anything. When browsing through the features and see anything that just pops out at me saying I need to have that would improve my life. But there's this urge to just do it, to get the latest and the greatest, if that is even true. I think that commonly in society there's this saying that people ask, why do you want to fix something when it's not broken? I hear most often at work. Something is working fine. We've done this for years, decades. Why do you want to change things? I mean, even if you say potential benefits, they still can't figure it out. I mean, it's one thing when your car is not working, then you could upgrade stuff. That's fine. It's just part of fixing it. But how do you actually fix something if it's not broken? If it's functioning? If it does what it needs to do? And I think it's the idea that things can always do something better. Your phone could always be better. Your laptop could always run smoother. It could crash less. And while that may not be true, there's a risk you take on changing things. I think that's where I and other people get into conflicts. Why do you take this risk on changing things when you're not sure that it's going to improve things? And my response? Because it may improve things. See, that's why it's worth the risk. You want to try to change things so things may improve in ways you don't even know about. I think that's a problem with tinkering, right? People keep trying to make it better and better and better until sometime it just doesn't work anymore. And I've done it myself many times. When I come to my laptop, I can give it more memory, I can give it more storage space, and then something happens and it doesn't work. Okay, oh well, time for a new one, right? But it's like, why do you keep on doing stuff with something that's not actually broken? Why do you need to make it run faster when it keeps on working? I remember my dad making a comment about. I kept saying, "Let me upgrade your computers to a SSD." He's like, "Oh no, it's fine. I have time. I could wait." I'm like, it boots so much faster. Like, I'm retired. A lot of time in the world. Let me just. I'm fine. And then finally, I was like, "Look, I have another SSD. Well, it's because I bought a new one to upgrade. Let me just put it in." He's like, "Oh no." I was like, "Just give me your computer. I'm gonna put it in." And guess what? He didn't even realize how slow the computer was. He didn't even know what he was missing. It reminds me of the story of the boy who was playing with mud. Because that's all he had. He would play with mud. Because he's a poor kid. There's nothing else to play with. And everybody else could look at him and say, Why are you playing with mud? But he doesn't know he's playing in mud and grime and dirt and garbage and trash. He doesn't know any better. I think that's the difference in mentality in life and people who always try to improve things. Because things should always be better. People will say it's good enough. Let us leave well enough alone. And yes, I have to say, those of us who work on continuously improving things often make things fail. Things may get worse for a short period of time. Things may break. But the goal is inexorable improvement. I think that's what people don't get. If you're keeping the same pace in life, you're falling behind. Think about money. If you're just making the same amount of money every year, you're falling behind. There's this thing called inflation, which in America the past years everybody knows. Obviously, the rate was up to like 10%, depending on what items, maybe 20%. But you're not improving yourself. You're falling behind. It's not keeping status quo. Keeping status quo at least improving yourself to the point of inflation. And that's why we try to fix things that aren't broken, because we want to improve things.